Svadhyaya from Ánanda Vacanámrtam Part IV by Sri Ánanda. Discourse 92, page 54. Tantra is sadhana, sadhana is Tantra. Many of you surely know that sadhana means Tantra and Tantra means sadhana. The word Tantra can be interpreted in two ways. Behind every action, behind every expression, there is a particular sound. By hearing the sound of someone's approaching footsteps, you conclude that Mr. So-and-so is coming. Every action, such as moving, walking, etc., has its own sound. Sometimes human beings sit completely motionless. They are inert. The acoustic root of inertness is ta. Often we use a special sound to help us do a particular thing. For example, while goading the bullocks of a cart, different sounds are produced at different times by the driver. In the olden days, drivers of four-wheeled horse-drawn coaches, which resemble the contemporary tom-tom, would utter a rara sound to make the horses gallop off. And when the driver pulled the reins and shouted ta, ta, the horse would stop. So this coach became known as rata, the coach which starts with a ra sound and stops with a ta sound. Many words have been created in this way. Another example, in the olden days, Orthodox people wouldn't use leather shoes and wore wooden sandals instead. They were nothing like the laced shoes which people wear today. Now, when they walked, those wooden sandals would make a tak-tak-tak sound. One who makes this tak-tak-tak sound is called a takura. The surname Thakur is derived from Thakura. That's why people who wore wooden sandals were addressed as Thakur Musai. In this way, many such words have come into existence. Even today in Gujarat, you will find many people with the surname Thakur. In Maharashtra, they are named Thakre or Takara. To resume our original discussion, Ta is the acoustic root of inertness or staticity. Tantra is the spiritual practice which liberates one from the bondage of staticity. Ta. It makes one active and skilled in action. It exhorts people to work, to leap headlong into action, to run, to stretch their heads and feet. This is the spirit of Tantra. Tam yadyat trayet saha tantraha parikititaha. So Tantra is the practical process which removes dullness and inaction. Yabata in Hindi. Yabata is yad and winter is jara. In the winter season, people sit like lumps of inert matter. When the warm wind blows, they burn up that inertness. On the night of the Holy Festival, observed one day before the Dol Yatra festival, young people burn a heap of rubbish, which represents the dullness of winter. The spirit is, from today I shall no longer remain inert. I will not sit like a lump of clay in fear of winter. In northern India, this is called Holy Festival. Ta has another meaning. The Sanskrit root verb tan means to expand. A baby's body gradually expands and continues to do so until the age of 39. The body, however, grows more in youth, and that's why young children have a big appetite. Their hands and feet are constantly active, and this facilitates the process of growth and expansion. This expanding body, which usually expands in some way or other until the age of 39, is called Tanu. After 39 years, however, the body gradually wears away, the head becomes bald and the skin wrinkles. At that stage, the body is called Sadiva, which literally means one whose nature is to wear out, to wrinkle, and finally to be destroyed. So the root verb tan means to expand, and thus Tantra is the scientific process which leads to liberation through the process of expansion. These are the two meanings of Tantra, their inner spirit being the same. What is the nature of the sadhana of human beings? Human bondage and limitations of mind are not in the external sphere, but are in the internal sphere. One whose mind is very narrow is a mean-minded person, whereas one whose mind is broad is a great person. Sadhana broadens and enlarges the mind. How? It is the innate characteristic of the human mind to become as it thinks. Yadrishi bhavana yasya siddhir bhavati tadrishi. To associate oneself with Paramapurusha, the supreme entity, is the actual sadhana. There is no one greater than Paramapurusha, so when the mind ideates on him, it expands. When the bondages of dullness or crudity imposed by Prakriti on the human mind are removed, the mind broadens. This expanding human mind will become as broad and expansive as the cosmic mind, and will become one with Paramapurusha. For further clarification, let me give a practical example. Suppose you expand your body after it has been bound with a rope. What will happen to the rope? It will snap. Similarly, the moment your mind expands, the bondages of Prakriti, which had kept you so small, will snap, will be ripped apart. This is Tantra in a nutshell. You should bear in mind that the fundamental spirit of humanity is expansion. Brahma paves the way for expansion, and in the process of expansion, liberates human beings from their bondages. This is the process known as Tantra. Hence it is said, Tantra means sadhana and sadhana means Tantra. Without sadhana, the practice of Tantra is impossible. Evening Karikata, 6 November 78. Namaskar. End of discourse.